Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman from our downtown studios, and we're going to run to the southeast sector right now, down in the Detroit area, and spend a little time with Representative Joe Tate. He represents Michigan's second House district, and Joe, it's good to have you on. We want to kind of introduce you to the business community if we can. Let's start a little bit with your territory, your district. What's it cover?
Yes, absolutely. And thank you for the invitation, Chris. Really appreciate being here today. So my district covers the Lower East Side of Detroit. Currently, the second House district goes in from Lower East Side of Detroit into three of the Grosse Pointe communities: Grosse Pointe Park, the city, and the farms. With the new maps that I will be representing, the new 10th district, it will go from the central business district of downtown Detroit through all of the 5 Grosse Pointe communities.
Well, you know, that's a pretty damn diverse group that you're representing. That's got to be a little challenging.
Absolutely, it is in some aspects. In others, it's not, because it's great that there's so much commonality in communities that we have. Not only, you know, if you are in the city of Detroit, either along the river or not, or you live in the Grosse Pointe community or have a business in the Grosse Pointe community, vice versa. You know, everyone really wants the same thing in terms of healthy communities, safe communities for them and their families. So starting there it really kind of lays a foundation of what are those things that we can do together with those common bonds you have with one another.
You know, it's really interesting because I grew up in Livonia, but everything we did socially was in Detroit. And of course, this was in the 60s before the problems really came. And it was a beautiful city and a great place to go. And it looks like we're almost back there now.
Absolutely. We are getting there. You know, if you drop into downtown Detroit, you probably couldn't tell whether you're in Chicago or Indianapolis or the Twin Cities or Columbus because of all of the investment and work that's been done there. Not only with, you know, large projects like the stadiums that we do have now, the latest being Little Caesars Arena, but the proliferation of small businesses as well along our commercial corridors. You know, there's still work needed in the neighborhoods and investments there, but you know, having a stable downtown really helps as you begin to branch out to those other communities.
So one of the things we want to do is introduce you to the business community. So let's hear a little bit about Joe Tate. I know you weren't one of those kids that woke up and said, "Oh, I'm going to be a state rep," right?
Absolutely, I did not. I did not. And I think my path started with my parents. My dad was a firefighter for the city of Detroit.
Oh, wow.
My mom was a public school teacher for the city. So kind of learning about service and giving to others. And you know, after a time in athletics, I played football collegiately and professionally. I joined the military, the Marine Corps. And after my time in the military, I thought I was going into the private sector, but decided to do a second service of sorts by being a representative, state rep. It took me two times to get there, but I've made it.
Well, listen, let's talk a little bit to the business community and where you stand on that, because a lot of people go, "Oh, Democrat, no, he knows nothing about business. He doesn't want anything to do with business."
Absolutely. So prior to me joining the legislature, I actually worked in economic development for the city of Detroit at the Detroit Economic Growth Corporation. And my role was connecting Detroit-based businesses to anchor institutions in the Southeast Michigan area, plugging them into their supply chain. So that experience and learning, you know, what those business needs are, not only from a small business point of view, but also our larger institutions, our hospitals, to include our hospitals, universities as well too. help me understand, okay, there are a set of needs that our businesses, there's a certain climate that is needed for businesses to thrive. And we can, in government, move the needle there to ensure that we can foster that across not only, from my perspective, not only in the city of Detroit, but across the state of Michigan.
Joe, we got about 30 seconds, but I have to ask this. Is there anything pending right now that would be injurious or detrimental to business?
I wouldn't say so. Not now. I mean, we're still getting past the effects of COVID, but we still want to, see what we can continue to do with fostering our business community, and how do we help our business partners out? Because if we help them, our communities can thrive with that support.
Well, I hate with 10 seconds left to ask you the meaning of life, but what are your goals?
There are a few things around water infrastructure, housing, jobs is really important to me as well too. I have a auto assembly plant. So how do we foster that? How do we use that as an anchor in some of these institutions as well for a better business, to support our business climate and our ecosystem?
There you go. Like to hear those words. State Representative Joe Tate, representing Michigan's 2nd House District. Thanks for joining us. Keep up the good work, and we'll keep in your face here about business issues.
Absolutely, please do.
All right, partner. Thanks for talking. You've been watching this on the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman. We'll be back.